What's going on, Cycle fam? Welcome back to the channel. I got so much footage for you guys from 2023. He's gonna try and get through them as fast as we can, but today we're gonna talk about Roebling Raceway, one of my favorite races, and flat, nice and flat in Savannah. The Sprinters Playground, man. We're gonna talk about that race, we're gonna get into it. And of course, we're gonna keep it really short and sweet. We're gonna talk about the highlights, a little bit of race strategy, about where my head was at in the race, but not like team tactics or anything like that. And then also, did I win? This is a quick overview. Coming into this race, we did not talk about race tactics or talking about controlling the field. We knew that if there was a breakaway, a yellow and black jersey had to be in that representing. We knew that if there were attacks, a yellow and black jersey needed to be all over it. We knew that if it came down to a field sprint, a yellow and black jersey needs to be applying pressure. Our plan was just to ride our bikes and be represented where we need to be represented and really just enjoy the race. But my personal goal in this race was, I felt confident the last two times that I did this race that I could bet on sprinting it out. I can bet on the field sprint. And also I could bet on if I could get in a good breakaway of like maybe, I don't know, 4 or 5. I can bet on myself in those type of scenarios. But any attacks that went, I was pulling the parachute that day. I knew that I wanted it to, on my end, I was okay with it coming down to a field sprint. And I knew that any attack that I was gonna cover, I was just gonna pull a parachute. And that's exactly what I did. I pulled a parachute on every single attack that I did cover. I just was not gonna cooperate with that because I just knew, like I said, it's a flat route and I just felt really good that I could sprint it out at the end. I know we had a first serious attack in the second lap by a rider. He's out of Florida. And as you can see, I immediately went and just jumped on his wheel. And I kind of feel like if I knew his profile, if I knew where he was at, I probably would have stuck that one out with him, especially if he probably communicated to me that he probably would have had some guys jumping across. I don't know. But he was definitely very strong, and I think he was very well committed to that attempt for breaking away, especially in the headwind section. But it was just too early. It was lap 2, and I wasn't ready to dump everything I had for it to possibly come back. In that moment, I definitely did not bet on myself in that moment. So I was like, hey man, it's early. I just pulled that parachute on that first attack and let that go. And there was a couple times, little flurries of other things happening throughout the race. But then there was one moment when I was on the front, and I would say this would be the start or end of lap 3. And crazy attack by Velobrew, and Vaughn was on it. Vaughn was on it immediately, and the thing is, I knew that if Vaughn jumps on that, that's our breakaway. If Vaughn is in it, and then I would say like 4 guys went up the road, and then in my head I was counting how many guys were going up the road, because now that we knew that we had representation in that breakaway, I knew that we needed to get more bodies in that top 10. At all costs, we needed to get more bodies in that top 10 if it came down to that point. That was 4 that went across, and we were, as a team in the field, we were satisfied with who we had in our breakaway, and we were cool throughout the whole time. At this point, we were really just not really participating in pulling. If we ended up on the front, it was just a very light pull, and there was no point for us to really chase down our teammate unless other people were jumping across. And 2 other guys did jump across, and at this point I'm counting, I was like, all right, cool, that's 6. And I was just like, this is getting pretty close to the number 10. But and like I said, I'm looking for a sprint, and I'm looking for the best out of the field sprints. I'm just counting the numbers. If that many went up the road and we let those guys go, what do we have left? That was kind of tough to watch. And then not only that, of course, I saw Ethan go up the road as well. And you know, Ethan, he's like, love that kid, man. I don't know him from a can of paint, but I just love the way he rides his bike. He's a junior. And I remember I said the first videos that I uploaded, race videos that I uploaded, he just kept attacking us nonstop. And this race, you could tell he's riding just a little bit more smarter this year, and he's definitely stronger this year. He just picked and chose his attacks, and then he decided to just go ahead and jump across. But at the end of the race, I don't think he made the connection with the breakaway. I probably gave the spoiler alert, and the question was, did I win? No, I didn't win. Would I have wanted to win? Absolutely. Would I have wanted to be in that break of 7 guys? For sure. I felt like I could have betted on myself with a group of 7. Absolutely. But that's not how it panned out. Of course, a couple more guys did jump across, but rolling to the end of the race, because I'm not going to run this whole entire footage because not much was really going on besides some guys trying to jump across late. And of course, at this point, the whole race, we're really just not really participating in helping guys get across. Now, if there were moments where we could take the free ride from anyone who wanted to try and jump across, which I feel like at this point it was just far gone, especially I think we're at like lap 6 and 7 and guys are still attempting. Vaughn told me at the end of the race that they knew, and you guys can see in the footage, anytime we got in that headwind, no one wanted to be in the front. Heck, I didn't want to be in the front. That headwind was brutal. It will take a lot out of you. And it always fanned out on that section of the course because the breakaway, everyone who was participating in the breakaway knew this. I believe they had a guy in there that was willing to bury himself on the headwind section to gain time on us. Because of course, on the tailwind section, I would definitely bet that the peloton would have been faster, but they were able to make that difference in the headwind. The breakaway did stay away. It ended up being 7 guys in that breakaway. And then there were 2 guys, which was Ethan and I believe someone else, so that's 8, 9, that were in that chase group. They were chasing and never made that connection. Now, it comes down to the final sprint in this field. And I believe in this field, we had about 30 to 31 guys. And I need some points. And I don't know if you guys remember, and we're gonna run it back. We're gonna run it back to the point when I did this race or was it last year? It was last year because I had a chip on my shoulder for this race. I most definitely did. Last year, same direction on day 1, and then in day 2, they flip it. I would have been 3rd place last year. As you guys remember, I was bumped by the other rider who was deviating. I don't think he was really paying attention, but he was deviating. And I remember when we connected, my shifter, I believe my shifter actually hit his handlebar and my chain dropped. And I couldn't spin. I couldn't do anything. My chain dropped, guys were passing me. I ended up being 7th in that race. I was so upset. But that's neither here nor there. We did the best that we could with that situation. But because I remember that, and this is where race experience comes in, right? Because that has been engraved in my head. Oh, we were going long today. And we got to switch characters. And I took off. And I never looked back. And the reason why this is such a big deal to me is because this was, when I say did I win, this race was victory for me.
Yeah, let's see how you do under pressure. Yeah, I've been wanting this forever. I've been in the field with whatever they throw at me. Brush it off, pick myself up, moving on to the better. Hey. Ain't no errors, baby, it's a new era. I wake up early, feeling rich like I'm Kesha. I get to the paper, boy. Extra. Walk with me, you know that I got it. Come with me, let's take a trip to the islands. We up on the jet, we'll do more than just fly on it. Stand on that hill, you gon' die on it. Boom. Baby, I'm not one of them, you should try on it. Miss me with all that, I'm on it and next. Whip this up, I send you back to your ex. But good luck with that, this is big as it gets. Hey, let's see how you do under pressure. Let's see how you do under pressure. Give them a name to remember. Hey, let's see how you do under pressure. Let's see how you do under pressure. A moment can live on forever. Yeah. Oh shoot, they don't let me shoot a whole clip. Firepower in this coalition. We just turned the field into a demolition. It was desolate, but I had premonition. I was training for war every exhibition, every extra mission, every.
But no, in all seriousness, no, I didn't win. In black and white, I did not win. As a team, we took home fourth, I believe, at the sprint, fourth or fifth. Vaughn did get the graveyard podium, and I did give him a hard time because I told him, I was like, if you up there, you better win. If you up there, you better win. I did give him a hard time at the end of the race, but it's all tough love, and that's how we just keep pushing each other to get better. But I appreciate you guys watching. I appreciate you guys taking on this new twist that I'm trying to do with race footages, and let me know how you feel about it. I can be a little bit cinematic sometimes, but I got more footage coming. Y'all stay tuned, and then next time we're going to really be talking about where I want to go with the channel and things that I really want to do as far as just being different. When you come to this channel, it's going to be a vibe. It's always going to be a vibe, and that's what I want my channel to be known as, for a cycling channel. Cycling could be very daunting and boring for people that don't do it, and I'm trying to bring a crowd of people that actually don't ride bikes, and I want to open up the gate-kept sport that this is of cycling to an audience that don't understand it. That was Roebling Raceway. I got day 2 coming next. Day 2 was insane, crazy heat. We didn't have any rain that day. We were wishing for it. The rain was probably the best thing that we had on day 1. But I appreciate y'all watching. Y'all stay tuned. Also, it's free, y'all. It's free. Just hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. It really helps the channel out. Let's get this thing flipped upside down and put the channel back on algorithms. Really gonna need it. And of course, I gotta do my part with staying consistent. And I said 2024, that's exactly what I'm gonna do, is stay consistent. Y'all take it easy, stay fit, stay healthy, stay humble, and complete your goals for 2024. Peace.
Mr. Dan.
Hey. Yeah, let's see how you do under pressure.